Do you believe that exercise only works if you do it every single day? Have you ever felt guilty about only managing to work out once or twice a week? Because of your hectic schedule? I've been there too. Between Monday morning meetings and Friday evening deadlines, sometimes the weekend is the only time I can squeeze in a proper workout. And every time, that nagging voice asks, is working out just once a week even worth it? Well, prepare to have your mind blown. Recent groundbreaking research from Loughborough University has revealed something that challenges everything we thought we knew about exercise frequency. Their shocking findings suggest that once weekly high-intensity exercise might actually be more effective than daily light workouts for certain health outcomes. If this is true, it could revolutionize how we think about fitness entirely. Today, I'm going to dive deep into these game-changing studies and give you the scientific breakdown of weekly high-intensity training versus daily exercise. Plus, I'll share the most efficient workout strategies for busy people who want maximum results with minimal time investment. Let's start with some sobering reality. According to the CDC, only 23% of American adults meet the recommended guidelines for both aerobic and muscle strengthening activities. Even more telling, among those who do exercise, the majority work out just 1 to 2 times per week. The traditional advice of 30 minutes daily simply isn't realistic for most people's lifestyles. This disconnect between recommendations and reality led researchers to ask a crucial question. Does exercise frequency matter more than exercise intensity? The answer might surprise you. The most compelling evidence comes from a massive joint study by Loughborough University and the University of Sydney. They tracked 63,000 adults for 14 years, focusing on what they called weekend warriors versus regular exercisers. The weekend warriors were people who packed their weekly exercise into just 1 or 2 sessions, while regular exercisers spread it throughout the week. The results were absolutely stunning. Weekend warriors who completed 150 minutes or more of moderate to vigorous exercise in 1 to 2 sessions had mortality rates nearly identical to those who exercised daily. Even more remarkable, their cardiovascular disease rates were actually 5% lower than the daily exercise group. Harvard Medical School conducted a parallel study with equally impressive findings, following 12,000 adults aged 40 to 65 for 10 years. They discovered that people doing high-intensity exercise twice weekly had 2.3% lower body fat and 4% more muscle mass compared to daily light exercisers. These weren't small differences. These were significant improvements in body composition. But here's the critical factor that makes all the difference: intensity. We're not talking about a casual weekend walk or leisurely bike ride. The magic happens only when you reach true high-intensity levels, which most people rarely achieve. The Norwegian University of Science and Technology defined this precisely. True high-intensity exercise requires maintaining 85% or more of your maximum heart rate for at least 20 minutes. For a 30-year-old, that's 162 beats per minute. For a 40-year-old, it's 153. At this intensity, conversation becomes nearly impossible, and most people can't sustain it for more than 10 to 15 minutes without rest intervals. So why is weekly high-intensity training so incredibly effective? The science reveals 3 powerful mechanisms at work. First is the hormonal surge. High-intensity exercise triggers massive releases of growth hormone, testosterone, and IGF-1. Research from the University of Copenhagen shows growth hormone levels spike to 680% above baseline after intense exercise. This hormonal tsunami continues for 48 to 72 hours, creating sustained metabolic improvements that far exceed what daily light exercise produces. Second is the EPOC effect. Exercise post-exercise oxygen consumption reaches its peak after high-intensity training. The University of New Mexico found that intense exercise keeps your metabolic rate elevated by 14% for up to 38 hours afterward. This means you're burning extra calories for nearly 2 full days. after a single workout session. Third is mitochondrial adaptation. High-intensity exercise rapidly increases both the number and efficiency of mitochondria in your cells. McMaster University demonstrated that just 3 weekly high-intensity sessions increased mitochondrial density by 41% in only 6 weeks. More mitochondria means better fat-burning capacity. 247. Now let's get practical. What constitutes true high-intensity exercise? There are several proven approaches that deliver these remarkable benefits. HIIT training tops the list. High-intensity interval training involves alternating 4-minute high-intensity bursts with 3-minute recovery periods, repeated 4 to 6 times. You can do this on a treadmill, alternating between sprints and walking, or using bodyweight exercises like burpees, mountain climbers, and jump squats. Circuit training is another excellent option. Set up 8 to 12 stations of different exercises, performing each for 45 seconds with 15-second transitions. Complete 3 to 5 rounds for a total workout time of 45 to 60 minutes. The key is maintaining intensity throughout without extended rest periods. CrossFit-style workouts also qualify. These combine movements like deadlifts, squats, pull-ups, and push-ups into time-based challenges. The goal is completing as many rounds as possible in 20 to 30 minutes, while maintaining proper form and maximum effort. Competitive sports naturally provide high-intensity exercise too. A vigorous game of basketball, soccer, tennis, or racquetball for an hour or more definitely meets the criteria, especially if you're playing at a competitive level where your heart rate stays elevated. However, there's a crucial caveat that cannot be ignored. High-intensity exercise isn't suitable for everyone, especially beginners. Jumping straight into intense training without proper preparation is a recipe for injury. Exercise newcomers need at least 8 to 12 weeks of foundational fitness building before attempting true high-intensity training. The American College of Sports Medicine recommends starting with low-intensity exercise 3 times weekly, gradually progressing to moderate intensity, and only then introducing high-intensity sessions. Age is another critical consideration. Adults over 50 may benefit more from frequent, moderate-intensity exercise rather than occasional high-intensity sessions, particularly if joint health is a concern. However, appropriate high-intensity exercise remains beneficial at any age, when properly supervised. So how do you actually implement a weekly high-intensity protocol? Here's a proven 3-phase approach. Phase 1 focuses on building your foundation over 4 to 6 weeks. Exercise 3 times weekly for 30 minutes each session, using moderate activities like brisk walking, light jogging, or cycling. Your goal is establishing the habit and preparing your cardiovascular system for greater demands. Phase 2 introduces intensity over the next 4 weeks. Maintain 3 weekly sessions but make one of them moderately intense, at 70 to 80% of maximum heart rate, while keeping the other 2 at comfortable levels. Phase 3 launches your true high-intensity protocol. After 8 weeks of preparation, now you can safely attempt once or twice weekly sessions at 85% plus maximum heart rate. A complete weekly high-intensity session should look like this. Plan for 90 minutes total, starting with a thorough 15-minute warm-up, including dynamic stretching and gradually increasing cardiovascular activity. Your body must be completely prepared for the intensity ahead. The main workout lasts 60 minutes, structured as either 6 rounds of 10 minutes, high intensity with 3-minute recoveries, or 4 rounds of 15 minutes, high intensity with 5-minute recoveries. During high-intensity intervals, you should be working at truly maximum sustainable effort. Finish with 15 minutes of cool down and stretching to gradually lower your heart rate and prevent muscle stiffness. This recovery period is just as important as the intense work that preceded it. Following this Monday session, take Tuesday and Wednesday as complete rest days or limit activity to gentle walking. Thursday might include 30 minutes of light yoga or easy cycling. Friday through Sunday remain rest days, allowing full recovery before your next intense session. This pattern provides only about 2 hours of actual exercise weekly, while delivering benefits comparable to daily 30-minute workouts. The time efficiency is remarkable, but the approach isn't universal. Your goals significantly influence whether weekly, high-intensity training is optimal. For fat loss and metabolic health, it's incredibly effective. For cardiovascular endurance building, you might need 3 to 4 weekly moderate sessions. For strength gains, 2 to 3 weekly resistance sessions work best. Lifestyle factors matter equally. If weekdays are genuinely impossible for exercise, weekend-focused training makes perfect sense. But if you can manage daily activity, distributed exercise might suit you better. Your health journey is unique, and the right approach depends on your goals, schedule, and current fitness level. Choose the strategy that fits your life and stick with it. Consistency trumps perfection every time. If this information changed how you think about exercise frequency, hit that like button and subscribe for more evidence-based fitness content. Share your workout experiences in the comments below. Here's to finding the exercise approach that works best for your life.